Well, good evening. Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome, family. Welcome to Jon the Liquidator's house. And I must say, I am so excited and blessed to be here with you all this evening. So, first off, I know you're probably saying, who that woman? So, let me give a brief introduction of myself. I am Denise Day. My brand is also known as Mrs. Day All Day. And I am truly honored to be sitting in this seat this evening. And I'm going to be sitting next to King Jon in a few minutes. We're going to bring him to the stage. But let me just give a little brief history about what we're going to do today. We are going to share Jon's story. And what I found out in the pre-interview is that I am the first person to officially interview him and to discuss his journey. We're going to talk a little bit about his life. We're going to talk about his previous occupation. And most of all, most recently, over the past few years, his YouTube journey. So like I said, I am honored and blessed, and I'm looking at him as a mentor. I told him this evening, he is my little big brother. And so I'm looking forward to learning and sharing, because we both have that about our spirit. We share, we care, we educate. Now, he told me I get to put a little plug in for my channel as well, because I am 60 years young. I am a newly retired over the past 3 years. I am an up and coming YouTuber. My channel, as you can see down there, is Mrs. Day All Day. And he was so gracious enough to allow me to do the interview. He was sharing my channel already, and I can just see such beautiful collaborations between us in the future. So I'm going to get this. It's not about me. It's about Jon tonight. But I did want to ask you guys, if you get an opportunity, please go over, check out my channel, click, share, subscribe, put on the notification bells. And if you check the channel out, if it's not for you, then please share it with someone else, because I got a lot of business, fashion, and all kinds of stuff coming. So without further ado, it is truly my honor and my pleasure to bring to the stage Mr. Jon the Liquidator. King Jon, jump up in here and join us. Why don't you? There
What's
you
going
go.
on, everybody?
Hey. All right. Welcome. Okay. So I am so excited. And I know, if there anything you want to share with the audience before we jump right in, we go.
I just want to take the time to say shout out to the family, all the subscribers on the channel. This interview is well overdue. I should have been told my story, let everybody know how I became Jon the Liquidator, and how this journey really started, how I got to covering Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, how I ran up 23 million views in less than a year. So I'm definitely ready to tell my story, and let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So, all right. With that being said, family, you guys know a little bit about who Jon is. But what I wanted to jump into, and what I found very extraordinary, was that I asked him to give me a little bit about his background and his bio. So let's start with how you started prior to your YouTube journey. Let's back up a little bit, because when you told me about the furniture and how you got your name, so then it rang the bell, the Liquidator. So share a little bit about, let's go back, then we're gonna come forward. Okay. So let's share a little bit about that.
So basically, my name originates from my liquidation company. So prior to me doing YouTube, I had a furniture and home decor liquidation company. I used to buy liquidation truckloads from like Wayfair, Ashley, Home Depot, all major like companies I had contracts with. And I used to buy truckloads monthly, and obviously assemble everything. Me and my team would assemble everything at my stores. I had 2 stores, and I also had a warehouse as well. And so all of the people in my city used to call me Jon the Liquidator. And so the name just kind of stuck. And so that was my name in the streets of St. Louis, was Jon the Liquidator, or Jon the Furniture Guy. Jon got the stuff. Right. And so the name just kind of stuck with me.
Okay. And then you mentioned that was something else, family, that we have in common. We're both from St. Louis. That's my hometown as well. So I think that was a part too where I was drawn to you and your energy. So, okay. Now, with that being said, okay, so you had the liquidation company was was popping off. So was that your first steps into entrepreneurship?
No,
No.
no, no. And so like my first steps into entrepreneurship, that was buying storage units. And so some of you guys might remember the TV show Storage Wars.
Yes.
Storage Wars used to come on A&E. Everybody used to just think they could get rich quick buying these storage units and finding jewelry and all these cool things inside these storage units. Well,
Mhm.
I used to work at a storage company. And so I kind of had a plug on the storage units. And
Oh,
so what I did was when people used to throw their stuff out, I used to keep it and fix it and resell it. And
oh,
so I had started saying, well, if the people don't buy their stuff, we're gonna auction it off anyway. So I might as well just not go to storage auctions here at my company. Let me go to another company like U-Haul or somewhere like that and start buying their storage units. And that's where it all began.
oh my goodness. Okay, so that was smart. Okay, so you had that business
Oh yeah,
aspect
definitely.
already was flowing. Okay, so we started off in there, got out of the storage unit situation, then you got into with the stores with the liquidating. So then, okay, so then how did you get it? How did your YouTube journey evolve?
And so my YouTube journey really started with my kids first. And so my kids had a channel. And like this was around the time like when we had big guys like CJ So Cool, him and like his family was popping. We just had seen like all these other families popping. And
Okay, okay.
so my kids used to always look at YouTube and make these little silly videos. And like I never knew about YouTube or like how much money you can make or how fun it is just doing it. And so my kids said kind of like, Dad, we should start a YouTube channel. I'm like, bruh, YouTube? What is YouTube? What y'all kids watching on this YouTube, bruh? And so my kids like motivated me to be like their first cameraman. And so like we used to shoot
Oh,
videos going to the zoo. I'll take my kids to like Sky Zone to go jumping and stuff. And like I used to vlog it for my kids, but something I found out dealing with kids is that they're not very dedicated. So and so like some days they didn't want to do YouTube.
right. They're like, yeah,
Yeah. And so I knew then, like, dang, man, it was kind of fun. It was kind of
you got
fun
the
getting
bug.
the
You
look.
got the bug.
Yeah, yeah. And so like it was definitely kind of fun seeing my kids get their little 20, 30 views because back in those days, like to get 20, 30 views, my God, boy, we thought the world was seeing these videos.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the children were the inspiration.
Yes,
They got it going, and then when they wavered a little bit, then you had got the bug. Now you were into it.
yes. And
So how
then
soon? Oh, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
and then I had start telling all my friends about the YouTube stuff. So a friend of mine ended up doing some YouTube stuff with his son, but his son sent him in a whole nother direction. And so instead of him like filming his son, he tapped into a whole nother genre and his channel blew up. And like he had the formula. So one of my best friends who I grew up with here in St. Louis is a big time YouTuber. This is part of the tell all. So
Okay.
so my best friend has a channel with almost 200,000 subs.
Oh, we.
Never told nobody this. Don't nobody know this until right now. And
Oh,
so my best friend son coerced him to start a channel just for fun, and his channel blew up. His channel blew up 2 years before I became who I am today. So my friend knew the formula to be successful on YouTube because his son taught him the formula. And so I watched his growth on YouTube and he was telling me each step of the way what to do, what to say, engagement, how to upload, how to do this, how to do that. So what people don't know is not by chance I became successful. I was groomed for this 3 years
oh,
in the making.
oh my goodness. That's all right. And see, that's what and see that my business is built on iron sharpen iron. Proverbs 24 and 27 and 17. Iron sharpens iron. That is such a blessing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, all right, we're going to keep rolling. But that reminds me of one of my mentors. I saw her 3 years ago when she started with just a wedding video and a workout video. And now she has 512,000 subscribers, but
See?
she posts consistently. We're
Yeah.
going to talk about consistency in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, all right. So, all right. So, how? Okay, we talked a little bit about the journey and how you got there, how the kids turned the channel. It got you into it, and you took
Yeah.
off with it. So, I was saying, how long had you been in the business? How long had you actually been in YouTube? And I know you shared with me that you were in it for a while, and then it just caught the lightning.
Yeah. And so, like, if you really count the like first uploading video with my kids, I would say maybe 4.5, 5 years. But if you count me vlogging by myself, 3 years. So it's
Okay,
kind of, I would say 3.5 years,
3.5.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right. But now you gone worldwide now though. That 3.5. Don't even downplay it. It's all good. Okay, okay. So now one of the other things, okay, we talked about those areas of how you got the businesses were going. So this is one thing that I asked you when I sent you over the questionnaire was 4 points that I wanted to discuss with you. So
Right.
what were the major 4 points? The first one that you wrote back to me on was the early life. You wanted to talk a little bit about the journey so we can really get to know Jon. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the early life portion right now.
And so basically, my mom had me at a super duper young age. She was like 15, 16 years old whenever I was conceived. And she was obviously still in high school. So my grandmother had raised me so my mom could finish school and, go on and do what she got to do to make sure her life was successful. And so my mom ultimately ended up going to college and doing what she had to do. And my grandma had actually asked my mom if she could just keep me.
Okay.
And so what had happened was my mom moved out and my grandmother ended up raising me. And
Okay.
so when I was coming up, I grew up in the south side of St. Louis, and my grandma kept me in church. Oh my God, we went to church so much. God Almighty, we went to church a lot. I actually was the president of the Youth Ursha Board at my church here at school. So, like a lot of people don't know, I was brought up in church. I mean, like I was one of them church kids that, like, I go to sleep and grandma hit me with that coin purse. She hit me with I was church out growing up. And
Yeah.
yeah. And so she definitely inspired me to just want to do great things and be a great person out here in the world. And she raised me all the way until I was 14. It was just me and her.
Wow. See, them praying grandmothers and they'll set a foundation for you, won't they?
Yeah, yeah,
Look at
definitely.
Look at God. Okay, now then the next area that you jotted down here for me was that the upbringing, and we talked a little bit about that living in
Yeah,
South St. Louis, because I kind of look at St. Louis as a little baby of part
yeah,
time. I told you that the South Side, the North Side, the West Side, and so
yeah.
forth. But tell us a little bit about upbringing in the South Side.
And so growing up in South St. Louis, I grew up in an area called Dutchtown. So if you guys from St. Louis, you know about Dutchtown and the state streets. So I grew up on a street named Iowa and Keokuk, right off Broadway, right
Oh,
behind St. Alexis Hospital, right over there. That's where I grew up at. And my granny always kept me close to my mom. Like it was crazy because like we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment like 3 doors down from my mom's house because my mom ended up having more kids, becoming successful, and purchasing a home in like 25. And so my grandma always was dedicated to keeping me close to her.
oh,
And
good, good. See,
so we always moved whenever my mama moved and stuff like that. So like she always made sure I stayed close by my mom no matter what. And so with that being said, growing up, my granny got me into a school district called Webster Groves. I was part of a desegregation program. And so I used to get bussed out to Webster Groves from the South Side. And so kids used to kind of pick on me because I went to school in the county. And
wow.
like And like I had to come home back to the city. And so the other kids, they didn't really, find that cool. But I'm like, bro, I'm still here in the streets with y'all. I'm in the struggle with y'all. And so it don't matter that I'm going to school out here. I still got to come back to the hood.
Wow.
and uh and so growing up, it was just kind of rough though. Kids kind of looked at me different because I did go to county schools. But one thing about it is you can take somebody out of the hood, but you can never take the hood out of that person. And so growing up, like I got in trouble in school a lot. I mean, a lot. And I got into trouble growing up, like 14, 15 years old. I got into, I hate to say this, stealing cars, and I got into gangs. And Granny said, you know what, little boy, you finna go back to your mama. And when I was 14 years old, my granny ultimately made the decision to send me back to my mother because I was getting out of hand.
Right. And that was too much in that moment, probably.
Yeah, she was like in her late 60s, early 70s. And I was just getting into the streets.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, I was off into gangs. I was off into like a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so like she knew that she couldn't help me turn into a man. And so I needed like a father figure at that time. And I'll get into my dad later and stuff like that. And so my mom had my stepdad there. God rest his soul. My stepdad, Mitch, and my great grandmother who passed away too. Both of them passed away within like 6-7 months of each other during COVID. And my stepfather, he was the ultimate father figure for me. And he taught me work ethic. So when I moved back with my mom, my stepfather, Mitch, who I call my dad, he taught me what hard work was. And I never had nobody teach me that. And so that kind of showed me like, dang, Mitch working 3 jobs. He ain't never mad. He always happy. I'm out here not making no money. I'm getting in trouble. I need to figure out a way to make some money.
Wow.
Because money making Mitch, oh man, he getting it all day. And so my stepfather is really the person that guided my work ethic today.
Wow. So Mitch had multiple jobs like the Jamaican.
Oh, Mitch. Oh my God.
Yes.
Mitch was that dude. He was consistent. He taught me consistency and how much consistency could make you successful. That's what my stepfather taught me. My stepfather taught me no matter what you want in this world, you have to work for it and you have to be consistent.
Oh,
That's who taught me that.
Amen. Well, I know you are grateful for that because the product of what grandma, your mom, and your stepfather put forward is absolutely showing through you today. Yeah. That is for sure. So we definitely, like you say, I want to just park the car right there for a minute because I know last night you kind of tapped on that when you were going out of your live last night about the power of consistency. Yes. And that really resonated with me because here I am at this savvy senior age, and I have all these thoughts and things that I know to do, that I have the skill set to do, but sometimes the being consistent, and I stood the business up, I'm in motion, but consistency can be tricky because if you fall off, you're just falling back, and there's no time for fall back. Setbacks are setups for comeback. But just speak a little bit more to that power of consistency.
Yeah. And so the power of consistency means that no matter what happens that day, you're going to do what you set out to do, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. You got to get that task done just so you can be consistent for that day. You don't miss a day. And so if anybody watch my YouTube or anybody pay attention to how I operate on this platform, I am arguably one of the most consistent YouTubers on the entire platform, period.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so with that consistency, that is the key to success. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be you becoming an entrepreneur. It could be you writing a book. You have to be consistent. Consistency. Matter of fact, Coach Prime preach about that all the time. Coach Prime preached to the team about consistency because consistency is everything. With consistency, it's inevitable for you not to be successful.
Oh my God. Okay, that's a mic drop moment. I could drop the mic right now. That's good. That's good stuff. Okay. Oh my God. All right. I got that in my spirit now. And may I say this, with I have really just I've watched you for I know over a year or more, but just the within the 72-hour period that I have been engaging with you, you got a spirit of get it done that done rubbed off on me already. You're not just talking about it, you are being about it.
Yeah.
Because we discussed doing this in less than what 12 hours one day, 3-hour talk the other day, and here we are live. So you are living what you are preaching, and it's rubbing
Yeah.
off, sis. Okay, all right. So now moving on further. Okay, give me your why. You know, like usually when you start a business or you do something,
Yeah.
somebody always will ask you, and that's determines how far you gonna go with it and what you gonna do. What is your why?
My why.
Yes. Why did you become an entrepreneur, and what was the why that drove you?
So my why to becoming an entrepreneur is that I couldn't keep a job. I couldn't just go to work every day like a normal person and follow directions, be on time, and do the proper things I needed to do as an employee. And I had a hard time taking order. And so I learned at a very young age. My mama and my granny told me, boy, you might as well work for yourself because you can't work for nobody else. You can't keep a job to save your life. And so I knew at a very early age that I was going to be successful at something. I didn't care what it was. I had the consistency drug in me. I had the dog in me, and I knew that I couldn't keep a job. So I had kids, and I knew I had to take care of them babies.
You had to make another way. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that kind of motivated me to become an entrepreneur. It's definitely my kids, just having them be a part of my journey every day. They are my why I do what I do. Because I had my first child when I was 19 years old. And so Jon The Liquidator Jr., some of you guys might know my son. Some of you guys might have seen him out in Boulder or whatnot. But he was the firstborn of four. I have four kids. And so my son really motivated me at a young age to like, you know what? I want better for myself. Can't keep a job as it is. So I'm going to just work this little job, do what I got to do till I get to where I'm going.
Okay. Okay. And that focus had to kick in.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And I know that is a wonderful answer because I know for me, I worked for an organization 32 years and then to retire out of that. But to me, the best thing that I had ever done for myself is become an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
And home-based businesses, oh, they the key. So on my channel, this day all day, we'll be talking about that soon. But okay, so coming out of that, that is your why is a strong one. And then we had down here, you talked a little bit about the fast life though. So when you knew you had to get it together and you were
Yeah.
into the fast life, then when you did another shifting to go to start setting goals to now, I know you said you about legacy now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Legacy.
Let's talk a little bit
Legacy.
about the goals and the legacy.
It's so like everything that I've been through now, dealing with my YouTube journey and stuff like that, and we'll get more into that later on. But as of right now, moving forward, my legacy is I want the liquidation to become a brand. I want Liquidator to become a brand. I want my kids to be on, similar to how Coach put his sons on. In a minute, y'all finna see my kids get on the YouTube grind because they're motivated, they're hungry, they're ready to go. The
Yeah.
Liquidator boys, they're ready to go. My sons is knocking on my door, beating me down every day. Daddy, can I go out to Boulder? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I gotta groom my boys. I gotta set them up for this because YouTube is treacherous out here in these streets. And so my kids is kind of in YouTube training, I should say.
Yes.
But trust me, my legacy is going to be left to my two boys, and hopefully it'll rub down on my youngest son and my youngest daughter. But as for right now, my two boys will more than likely become YouTubers within the next year, year and a half.
Oh, I heard that because they coming.
They
Okay.
coming. They coming. And look, this is a tell all. Ain't nobody know that. They coming. My kids coming.
Oh, that's all right. And it's on tape too. So we got it. We looking for
Yeah.
them. We're gonna support as well. Yes, indeed. I could just see when you were talking, I was just seeing one of your sons with a mic in his hand too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah. They coming. And they're good. They're good. I mean, they kind of ready now, but I gotta groom them right and teach them how to, you know, work amongst being outside with the people because I kind of want them out in the field more. I want
Mhm,
them on camera more
mhm, mhm.
than like the route I took. But they definitely coming. I can promise you that my boy's coming.
Oh, you speaking life over the situation. So it's going to be. That's what we language out of our mouth. We speak those
Yeah,
things not as though they were. And I could see it because the good news is that they have their father as an excellent example. That's
yeah,
the same thing my mentor is saying. When you start in business, you need an example, a taskmaster, a guru, your dad a guru, and a pusher. And see, I'm a pusher. I love pushing people, but then sometimes we don't push ourselves. So I'm
right.
working on that. Yes, I'm excited for the legacy. Okay, so you look at you jumping up, we jumping all over the questions because the next one was talking about fatherhood and the YouTube journey. So, like you
Okay.
said, within the next year or so, that's what you plan on getting them in, like preparing them. Remember, Coach Prime was doing that with the young men, prepare
Yeah,
them how to get out in front of the media, how to talk to the people. And so
yeah,
they're not shy. I love it when I see young people can look people in the eye and give a firm handshake.
yeah.
I'm in the room and I'm not afraid. I love it. I love it. Okay, so how did that play into your legacy? Okay, so if you wanted to double back and talk a little bit about more about your dad, because I wrote a note here about how did that play into your legacy? Because I hear you speaking it for your sons, and but then then like you say, your stepdad played a big role for you, and then your biological
Biological dad.
is
Yeah,
yes. But
yeah.
you want to speak any more about the legacy and how that played and how that got this
So
fire in you?
So my biological dad, he just passed away. God rest his soul. My dad is actually a content creator. He was a content creator. My dad was. I never
Wow.
talked about this. Yes, my dad is a famous illustrator.
Wow.
Yeah, and so my dad, he actually died coming back from Comic-Con.
Oh
And
no.
so my dad
Sorry
is
to hear-
actually a famous illustrator. He's big on Twitter. I never talked about this because it's just kind of private and like what he do is kind of different. I kind of wanted to have an identity for myself. And
Yeah.
so when I had first started this journey, my dad was shocked because he was just so used to me selling furniture and like he never thought like I'll become like what I am today. And
Oh,
so a couple of days before he passed away, we had actually went to the baseball game and we was talking about the becoming, a public figure and stuff like that. Cause my dad is real big in the comic book community. My dad is kind of like a mildly famous comic. And so I never ever talk about it. But my dad was just telling me like, just be great. Don't it don't matter what nobody do. I deal with a lot of stuff out here on these YouTube streets. A lot of people sneak this in and people trying to block my blessing. But my dad groomed me from this in his last couple days. And he was all like, just don't let them people get you out of character. Just continue the task and be who you is no matter what. And that's something that my dad, my biological dad, like put on me like a couple of days before he passed.
oh, that is such a great gift. And I appreciate you sharing that with us because I know that's very vulnerable, to talk
Yeah.
about personal things. So I just appreciate you sharing that. And that was some great advice. I'm telling you, wisdom is just wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
is.
yeah, there comes shaking the haters off as well. Okay.
You know the vibes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. Okay. So now I'm getting down here to the area where I asked you if you had any personal testimonies that you would like to share with the family.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And so my first one being um I would have to say my first one would probably be being on probation, catching a gun charge.
Ooh,
I caught a gun charge when I was like 23,
okay.
24 years old. Like I say, I was out in the streets, like on and off throughout my 20s and stuff like that. And so I had caught a gun charge hanging out with friends down on the riverfront. So if you from St.
No
Louis, you
way.
know about the riverfront. So I was on the riverfront hanging out with my friends, and it was a very traumatic situation. It humbled me. I'll tell you that. And I end up catching this gun charge. I end up going on probation. It completely changed my life because
Wow.
like I never had did like hard time or anything like that. And my family was so mad at me, man. They had to like they got me like one of the best lawyers in the city. And so like they got it all everything like knocked down to SIS. And once I finished that probation, I had I had got my record expunged. And so
Okay.
I had got everything expunged once I completed the 5 years probation. I was over for 5 years. Oh my God. And so it was just weird for me, but that is definitely one of my testimonies. And you just never judge somebody. See, people just never know where people come from or what they've been through and stuff like that. So I just want people to know that no matter what your situation is, bro, that don't determine where you're gonna be.
Don't determine the altitude. That's it.
You
That is
know, and another one would have to be probably starting YouTube, trying to figure out my way. Early on, man, some of my old subscribers probably my day ones. And so my day ones probably remember like I used to get frustrated with my company all the time. And so like I used to do vlogs every day. I used to vlog. And so before I start doing Coach Prime content, and like I'm gonna get into all that too, like how I even like got to doing Coach Prime content. But I was Jon the Liquidator, the furniture liquidation channel. And so like I had already had like 3,000 subscribers before like I even had made a Coach Prime video. And so like that's what people don't know. I had already had a following. I was already Jon the Liquidator. It was inevitable for me to be successful. I was already who I was.
you was already him. Okay.
Yeah. And so whether I did Coach Prime or whether I did my liquidation stuff, it doesn't matter. I was coming.
Yes.
And so, but one of the hardest parts for me was dealing with the pandemic. You know, when the pandemic first came, like my business had thrived because, you know, they was giving out stimulus checks. Everybody had money. I was selling couches every day. But then eventually the stimulus checks quit coming. The stimulus checks quit coming. The company starts slowing down. And I say, my God, what I'm gonna do? So I used to get on YouTube and just vent. I used to just make videos, 15, 20, and just vent to the people. I used to go live and just vent because I was just so hurt that, you know, like a year ago, I was on top of the world. And
Wow.
then now this pandemic come and destroy everything. I'm only getting 60 views on YouTube. My buddy getting 30,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? And so like I'm witnessing all this, but I stayed the course though. I stayed the course. And that was probably one of the hardest moments for me was coming off that pandemic, making the decision to shut down my 2 stores,
Wow.
ultimately turning my company into a drop shipping company and working from home.
Okay, okay. Wow, but you stayed the course. See, that's the characteristics of a good leader and a business person is that
Yeah.
when something changes, you make a correction. You go with the shifting and you follow that versus just throwing in the towel and giving up. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
a give up
Definitely.
spirit about it, but you did a shifting. Okay, okay. And so then I had down here in the note when I talked about that. Oh, here was the last one that we had in here under the questions. You had put down the power of manifesting and the law of attraction. And
Yeah.
then I had down here because there's purpose in the process.
Oh,
See, a lot of
yeah.
times we don't want to recognize the purpose in the process. But at any
Yeah.
rate, you speak to any of that. It was the manifesting and the law of attraction.
And so, like during the time before, like I really like took YouTube on, like I had stated, my friend, like he had blew up and like he was telling me, like, man, like everything I needed to do to be successful on YouTube, like he was telling me daily, and he was telling me about all these different books he was reading, and so one book was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I swear to you, I read this book within like 2 days. I mean, it was like the Bible. It was so good. I read it again. And then,
Okay.
and then I say, man, I need to read some more books. And so I hit up my partner again. I say, man, do you know any more books? He's all like, As a Man Thinketh. I read that book. Boom. I read it again. Wow. Oh, man, that's good. I'm like, man, do you know any more books? So then he told me about Robert Kiyosaki, Think and Grow Rich. I say, oh man, this is good. This is good stuff. But ultimately, the one book that really changed my life was The Secret.
Oh, I got that too, and I never read it.
The Secret. Because in the book, The Secret, it teaches you about manifestation, law of attraction. So you speak it so it comes to you. So what you put out into the world, you have to speak that into existence. You got to believe you already got something before it even comes.
There you go. Speak those things as not as though they were. Okay.
And so with my whole YouTube journey, when I had 3,000 subscribers and I was getting 500 views, that was the world to me because I knew I was going to get them big time views. I knew them views was going to come. I knew I was going to pop because I read the book and I believed the method. I believed it every day. Every day I believed I was going to be the greatest YouTuber I could be every day. Because you want to know why? Because the book told me how to trust the process. So I manifested that. And the power of manifestation is the realest thing ever. Science can't even prove that.
Wow.
The power of manifestation is everything. So you think it, so you get it.
And that ties into the law of attraction.
Yes.
What you put out into the universe, that's what you're going to attract back. When I think a lot of people, they be into chaos and trauma because you're putting a lot of chaos and trauma out in the universe.
Yes.
That's why it's boomeranging back. But
Yes.
that positivity and go get it and the process and trusting it, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And I feel like people get discouraged when the process don't go as quick as you want it to go. See, one thing becoming a YouTuber taught me something that entrepreneurship like teaches me as well, but YouTube definitely taught me this: patience. Patience. So for anybody that want to do YouTube and want to get them millions of views and get all them thousands of subscribers, you got to be patient.
Wow.
Because without patience don't come success. See, success don't happen overnight. It took me 3 years just to even get monetized. Now, it took me another like year and a half to get something going. But I was patient.
Wow.
And so patience is key to becoming a successful YouTuber.
Oh, I received that. I received that in the name of Jesus. And it's so funny that you should say that because this last year, I made a commitment to myself that I was going to, there's no more trying. We're going to talk about taking trying out the vocabulary too, but that I was going to read a book a month because I told myself CEOs of companies read. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to need to read because I became the graduate of YouTube University. I got my training degrees, but I need to read more. And one of the first books that I got was that Think and Grow Rich. Well, no, let me back it up. I had Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Poor Dad, yeah.
I had that book 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Why had I not read it? But when I started following him on the YouTube during the pandemic, that man opened my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean. So, and then Think and Grow Rich is in the library, but As a Man Thinketh, I had not yet got that one. And then I The Secret. So, okay, I'm gonna get the mystery out of my books and start reading.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Open up them joints. I promise you, they will change your life just like they did mine and millions of people all over the world. I promise you.
Wow, I'm going for it. But last thing on this area before we move on was when you just spoke about patience. And remember, I was telling you, I had some times, man, at that 30 years at that job that I was at, where they was playing a few games with me. But during that time, they were playing around with my promotion. What I got out of that, there were some people were getting promoted in 8 minutes, 8 months. It took me 8 years to go from a GS9 to an 11. But I became peaceful in that because I was gainfully employed. But out of that, I got a relationship with God. I didn't catch
Amen.
any cases.
Yeah.
And things went well. But so sometimes it's not going to go at your pace. It's not what you want it to be, but sometimes it's what God says it's going to be. Because
Amen. That's
that's
true.
how I got dealt with, and I grew from that. My boss would be madder than I was. I said, it's okay. I work for an awesome manager. He flew me all over the United States getting
Yeah.
training, but I got a relationship with God. So patience is key. All right, all right. So, all right. So now the last one on here, the final thoughts. Okay, so I know we're gonna spin, but on the listing that I sent you was my
Yeah.
final thought, and any thought that you wanted to leave with the family concerning your journey and what you've done and what you've been through. How would you kind of sum up the journey, and how that, if somebody's listening and they know they've been through some stuff or they going
Yeah.
through some stuff, what words of wisdom would you leave with the family? Would you
I
share
would just
with the family?
I would just tell them to keep going, and no matter what, you always keep God first. That's one thing about me. I keep God first. I'm very familiar with God. I don't get on here and like preach and stuff like that, but I keep God first, guys. And that's definitely something that I do. And shout out to my brother Life in Football, man, because he be on it, bro. But like, I keep God first, and that's something that you want to do, is definitely keep God first and stay the course. Stay the course with anything that you're doing, man. Don't give up, because every day is not gonna be a good day. It just ain't gonna be a good day.
That's true.
But long as you keep God first, you always remember the sun gonna come up in the morning, baby. Sun always gonna be there. And so no matter what, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Sun is gonna be there. And definitely keep God first. Keep God first in your house. Keep God first in your life, and always give thanks to Him just for waking you up in the morning. See, it's those little things like that that helps you become successful.
Yes, God. All right. Well, here's what I want to do. I want to share a couple of takeaways, because I think everything that you have shared, I appreciated that you were excited about allowing me in your space to even share
Yes.
your story. I just count that all joy. This is just a
Yeah.
moment. Okay. This is a moment for the queen over here. Okay.
You good.
And for the takeaways that I would like to share with your family and with any of my Day Village folks would be accountability partners. I think that when you're going through and you starting your journey, or you going into entrepreneurship, sometimes it could feel like a lonely situation. But if you have a solid accountability partner, somebody that can pull your coat and tell you the truth, then you are in good hands. That's really gets you moving. I have two accountability sisters, and I think I'm gonna have a third one soon, y'all. That I have
Okay.
accountability folks that keep me honest, and that's where I'm moving. And you don't allow yourself to fall into stagnation, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other thing was we talked about was that's big in my life is remove trying from your vocabulary,
Yeah, definitely.
because trying gives you an out. If you say I'm going to try to do something, you just gave yourself an excuse not to do it. Either you're going to do it or you're not. It's just
Yeah.
that simple, right? And so I found that that makes a big difference. Sometimes people ask, are you going to be able to come to this or do that? I'm going to try to see if I can. You know, you're not going. Stop that. So
Yeah.
we don't have to make no excuses. We're going to do it or not. The other one was consistency. You have shared that with me. My eyes are open. I
Yeah.
got over 2,000 videos on your channel.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's consistency.
Yeah, over
Right?
2K.
Showing up. Yes. Because when you get in a growing audience, they want you to show up.
Yeah.
Okay. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Because if you're around people that are hating on your success, that's what my brothers say, shake them haters off. I
Yeah.
had some haters in
Yeah.
my circle. They was running under the title of family. They was fake friends, but they gone now. Hallelujah. God said, I'm gonna bring you some like-minded people. And so keep your eyes out and open for that. And don't allow your confidence to offend anybody else's
Yes.
insecurity. And if it does, clap your hands like a roulette dealer. That's not
Yeah.
your problem. So I get a lot of that too, but that's not my problem, because I am who I am. So I love that. Okay, last thing about me, and then I'm turning the stage back over to you, my brother,
Yeah.
is that I'm glad, and my brother cleared this, that I can ask you guys to assist me with my journey. I am heading toward monetization. I will reach it before the end of this year. I speak that
Amen.
over my life. Okay. But after we get done here, don't nobody click off right now. That you guys run over to Mrs. Day All Day, click on my subscribe and turn on the notification bells. I'm going to be consistent, and the business is what's dropping next. I just did some hauls and different things like that. If you go back into 2020, Lord Jesus, that's when I started it, so you can see a lot of what happened then. But I would appreciate it. You would help me out with the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I promise you, I'm going to be bringing value, because we're going up together. When we all rise, we are rising together. And so
Right.
again, I thank my brother for this opportunity to even interview you, your very first one. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Somebody down in the chat just talked about what I'm going to get into next.
all right. Well, I'm turning it back to you, and you
All
just
right.
us on.
So this is the $1,000,000 question. Everybody want to know, Jon, how did you start covering the Colorado Buffaloes? How did you even get into all this? Where did all this come from? And that's what I'm finna spill on y'all right now. So basically, man, I used to go live and I used to just talk about different topics. So one of the topics was Coach Prime leaving Jackson State. So we all remember when Coach Prime left. So I went live, and the live kind of went viral because I'm a big football fan. Obviously, y'all know, like, I do football content, and so like I always follow football and stuff like that. And so the live ended up like kind of taking off and going viral, and like I was trying to follow the process of Coach making this transition from Jackson State to Boulder, and I couldn't find an accurate source for the information. I couldn't find nobody. I'm looking for who all coming with them. Is Shador coming? Is Shiloh coming? What is his game plan with this new school? What happened to the Colorado Buffaloes? Why was they so bad? And all of these different factors, I could never find the information. And so I took it upon myself. I said, you know what, man? I'm already on YouTube. What other way would it be for me to find this information if I don't find it myself?
Look at it.
And so I say, well, you know what? I'm going to find this information myself, and I'm going to tell everybody, because I know I can't be the only one looking for this information about the Colorado Buffaloes. And so I started following Coach Prime them on Instagram. I started figuring out the information. I didn't care. Y'all know me. I'm cut different. I DM people, hey, what's up, man? Is you coming to what? You know what I'm saying? And so like I started, DMing like different like recruits, and I started just finding the information. I really started investigative reporting, because I just wanted to know at first, but then it kind of turned into like me wanting to know, and I started making these videos, and the videos just really started taking off, and the team had started growing on me more and more and more, because we all was Coach Prime fans. Let's just keep it 100. We all love Dion. You know what I'm saying? We all love Coach Prime, and so I just couldn't find the information that I needed to see how this process was going to all unfold, because no one was covering the team adequately. And so I took it upon myself at the crib, and I DM'd, just like I said, I found all the information I needed. I had already knew how to edit. I had already knew how to do everything I needed to do. And I wanted to follow this process, and I wanted to see how all of this was going to play out during the season, how Coach Prime was going to rebuild this team. This team went 1-11 last year. If Coach Prime pulled this off, this is legendary. I gotta know how he finna do this. And that's how I got into Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. I wanted to know, how was he going to do this?
Wow.
And in the process of me figuring it out, I shared it with the world. Now, months later, I became who I am today, and that is Jon the Liquidator. And so when you talk about me, I've been here since day one, since Coach Prime first got here. I can't speak for all the other content creators. Now, I wasn't there at Jackson. I've been here since he got to Colorado, since December of last year. I've been here covering this whole thing because I personally wanted to know.
Wow.
And that's
Wow.
how I got to covering Coach Prime.
And you know what else though that just dawned on me when you were speaking on this is that there was a void. And then that's the major thing with the business or whatever, any kind of thing that you're working on. When you see a void, then usually we're looking for somebody else to fill it. But
Yeah,
you fill that void and then looking for the information, you know your own information is going to be accurate.
yeah,
How
exactly.
about that?
Yes, it was definitely a void in the genre. I felt like nobody was covering the news adequately. Nobody. And so arguably now, right? Arguably now, I sit at 35,000 subscribers, 23 million views. I created a blueprint to covering Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. I helped create hundreds of channels with the process I created with covering Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. I was the first one to cover college football news, the
Ooh,
news, the way I cover the news on any college football collegiate level. There was nobody in the world that covered the news the way JTL covered the news. I created this.
yes, you have. And the other thing, I just took a note here because this is what I noticed that your format is awesome, right?
Yeah,
And that you do the break it. You break it, you hit it, and you quit it, right?
right.
And so now I notice everybody else is several folks, multiple people are trying to adopt that format. And it's so ingenious because a
Yes.
lot of people don't have a lot of time.
It's
They
a
don't
lot of
want to
time.
invest a lot of time unless they're going to invest in you if you're doing a live. But where did I see this? That quick format and it's accurate. It's breaking. I love to see breaking news coming across.
Yeah,
Here
yeah,
you go, and I'm tapping right in.
yeah.
It is fabulous.
I
You
created the whole system in the breaking news process and following these recruits. And so I molded a lot of channels, and like shout out to all of the channels that took the formula and became successful using the formula that I created. But we cannot shy away from the point that I took time out of my life to create this,
yes.
to make sure I bring you guys the news accurately. Now, when I first started out, it was a little shaky because I had to get my channel going. So some people might call it clickbait, but whatever the situation was, it was YouTube. So I had to play the YouTube game to get to where I'm at today. And so some people may not like the way I did it, but you can't take the information away that I provided.
Right, right. But when you said that before, the relationship, what strengthened and started that relationship when you were kind of DMing them and asking them what was going on? Because when you're in Boulder and you're doing the interviews, those guys know you. The staff is stopping and talking. So
Yeah.
that came from you just kind of hitting them up, and then they start
Yeah,
giving you,
yeah. I'm look,
like I hit
I'm
you
a
up.
go getter. I needs to know.
Right.
Because you want to know
Oh,
why? Because I know I'm not the only one that needs to know this information.
okay.
Because I started getting DMs from people like, John, man, did you hear about this? John, what can you tell me about this? And so that's what really sparked the investigative reporting aspect of it. Is that okay? I really got to put boots on the ground. I got to DM people. I got to talk to people. I got to do everything I need to do to get the information to the people. That's why my slogan is I'm the voice of the streets, because I got to be the voice for the people, because it's hundreds of thousands of people that count on Jon the Liquidator every single day to bring them their news.
Right. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You done tapped into that. You tapped into it and you're doing it well. I
Yeah,
know because I know me and my husband, we was on it. We're on it. And like I said, I got your the alerts are on. Okay. I
yeah,
see what's
yeah.
happening. Okay. I love it. I love it. And then so as far as can you share any more about kind of going into the press arena because you are legitimate. You are
Yeah.
legitimate
And
a
so
journalist in here now. So what's happening?
like getting into press, it's a big YouTuber that I used to look at. His name is DJ Academics. So I don't know if you guys like know him. Some people compare me to him like a lot. It's because he inspired me. Because
Oh,
DJ Academics, the way he do his stuff, he cover hip hop and stuff like that. Like I wanted to be the college football sports DJ Academics. And so
oh,
that's who inspired me with the formula to put your life in this in multiple uploads. So as soon as the news come out, boom, I'm putting it out. The reason why my video is so short, because I don't have time to sit up here and talk about me. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about me because y'all really ain't here for me. Y'all here to see what's going on with Coach Prime and the team. So that's why my videos be so short. I get them in, get them gone.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense though. And they say right now people's attention span is not that long. I told
Yeah,
you, you're influencing me to change my format because I like to share and not being a chatty Cathy. But when I'm doing a haul or when I'm teaching, that would be different. But
yeah,
when you're just reporting on something, hit it and quit it, and
yeah,
add value and get out.
yeah.
That is fabulous.
But going back to DJ Academics, like I looked at his style of journalism and I knew that he wasn't like everybody else. And so like he had his own swag. DJ Academics got his own formula. He got his own delivery. And I'm like, bro, he's new media. He's modern media. And so if I could somehow create my own swag and create my own style of journalism, add to shake the haters off, add to let's get it, let's go. We got to go all the way up to Boulder for this one. Add my own flavor, my own style. See, that's what people don't know. Like, it's more than just me bringing you the news. Y'all coming for style, charisma, a super dope delivery. I
Yeah.
knew all of that stuff had to play a factor. But what really guided me to that is that now, how can I turn this into a journalistic aspect? Because I knew like the bigger the channel got, I was going to have to brush up on my journalism, like part of it. And that's part of the reason why I feel like I have been getting not in certain doors is because I'm not as polished as other creators with the journalism part of it. But at the end of the day, I am me. And so when God see fit for me to be more polished as a journalist, he gonna lay it all on me. But as of right now, I don't have no problem with being me. I'm one of the best journalists in the world, especially sports right now. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Amen and amen. And that is so true. But then, like you say, when you don't have to recreate a wheel. When you see a formula that's working, you can adopt that formula and then sprinkle your own flavor on it. That's what takes it up a notch. And that's just what you've done.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely, definitely,
Oh,
definitely,
wow.
definitely.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but honestly though, I'm grateful for the success that I've had, well, have been having, thus far on my YouTube journey. I put my life into this, and that's something that I want people to know. Like, I literally put my life into this to bring you guys these stories every single day, every hour of the day. I'm constantly working. We texted like think it was 1:30 in the morning the other night. And like you was all like, oh my God, I hope it's not too late. I'm like, I don't sleep. I'm still up. I'm literally still up working because I got to see what's going on. I got to get better at the craft. I got to get better because I know each and every day somebody's gunning for me. Somebody want to take me down.
Wow. And the grind is real, y'all. I saw it live. The grind is real because we are in two different time zones. And even the night when I first reached out to you, I was just shocked when you answered back. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my, and just
Yeah.
so thankful but shocked. And then you said, I get it in at night. I'm editing
Yeah.
at night.
Oh
You
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I grind, I grind. I 24/7. A lot of people don't know. Like I put a lot of man hours into this. I put a lot of effort, into what I do to bring you guys the stories each and every day. Now, some days it might be like a slow news day, and I can have like a little chill time with the fam and stuff like that. But I want to give a big shout out to my wife for letting me do this. See, like me and my wife had to have a understanding, because the YouTube thing has, like, this was a hobby. This was just something I was just doing. You
Yes,
know, like this was just something I was just doing. Like I said, like I was looking for the information myself, and I'm like, well, I just make a video, tell everybody else too, because I know they're looking. And so when it blew up, I had to explain to my wife my mission, because I started this as a mission. I said, babe, I got $1 million idea. Nobody else is doing this. Nobody else is bringing the news. Nobody else is doing what I plan on, what I'm finna do. And that was to bring the news to the people daily. I mean, hour on the hour. I wouldn't care if Coach Prime went to breakfast at the time. That's a video. That's the news. Coach Prime went to breakfast, because people wanted to know those things. Now, some
exactly.
people may look at it as something else, but I'm being honest. People was DMing me. John, did you see what Coach did? John, did you see this recruit? Did you see that recruit? So people honestly wanted to know these things. And I knew, and I had to explain to my wife. I said, babe, I'm working on something big. I promise you, if you let me do this, I will not fail. I will be the best. I promise you, babe, I will be the best. I promised her, and she let me do this. And God Almighty, God is good. Oh my God, every day He's good. Because look at me now. Thank you so much, babe. I know you're looking at this.
Oh my God. And shout out to the queen. Absolutely. The people just always say behind every good man. I say beside every good man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, she's definitely active in like my channel and stuff like that. Like my wife helped me run this channel. Like she keeps me grounded, because when I first started this YouTube stuff, like like I said, this was some fun. I didn't know it was going to turn into what it turned into, but like I didn't know it was so much hate that came with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know like so many people was going to copy you. I didn't know that so many people was going to take your lingo. I didn't know that so many people was just going to do everything they could try to do to be you.
Ooh.
Because, like I say, I don't disrespect nobody. I just try to bring everybody the news and be creative and be original. And so I didn't know. So that was probably one of the hardest processes for me with adjusting to becoming where I'm at today. And that is like dealing with the other creators, dealing with people copying me, dealing with people stealing my whole titles, dealing with people like Barstool Sports making a whole silly article about me. Sports Illustrated made articles about me, like dealing with all of these things. Like I wasn't groomed for this. Like I didn't know, but my wife kept me grounded through all of this. And so now I'm able to navigate through YouTube. I'm able to, deal with the haters. I'm able to do everything I need to do to keep the mission what it is. And that is bring my family the news each and every day.
And you are doing it well, King. You are. And I tell you, that is very that's a part of the process and a part of our growth, right? Because
Right.
that's what had me stagnant for a while, that I had a gang of haters, and they were even from high school. And when you mentioned that, my graduation year, 1981, that's when they
Right.
started the desegregation in St. Louis. Can you
Yeah.
believe that? But the haters will hold you back if you allow it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you cannot
Definitely.
give people that kind of power. And then I saw somebody the other day had wrote that the definition of haters, having anger towards everyone reaching success.
Ain't that the
And they
truth?
just can't even help themselves.
Yeah, ain't that? Say, look, can you say it one more time, Miss Day all day? Tell
Haters,
them.
the definition of a hater is having anger towards everyone reaching success. Now, how sick is that? You don't even know who they are. You just mad
Yeah,
at everybody.
yeah, definitely,
But that
definitely.
don't stop us. That's motivation. That
Yeah,
put a battery in my back, because don't let my
yeah,
confidence offend your insecurity.
yeah,
You better
yeah.
take it to the Lord in prayer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
And like that definitely is like what keep me going each and every day, is knowing that so many people is hating on me on a daily just because of the success
This
of the
is
channel, but they don't understand, bro. I drop
right.
4 or 5 videos a day. I'm
Yes.
working all day.
Wow.
And like
All
it's been
day,
like this. It's been like this.
wow. And the queen was holding you down while they tried
Yes,
to turn the heat up, and the queen
yes,
was holding you down. I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, bravo to you guys and your entire family. Yes.
yeah,
And then you've been building legacy
yeah.
while you
Legacy
guys are
coming.
gone. Wow.
Legacy coming. Yeah, it's definitely coming.
Well, let me ask you one more thing. I want to throw this out in the atmosphere. Was that, do you foresee, because see, I'm all about multiple streams of income. That's my
Yeah,
thing. And that's why my LLC is under there. That all day, every day, it's umbrella, covering everything. But
right.
so do you see yourself doing webinars down the road to where you can teach this thing?
Yes, yes, I'm great that you brought that. I mean, I'm happy that you brought that up. So my wife is currently, this is tell all. So
Hello?
my wife is currently, her and her friends is working on this webinar, potentially possibly for me to introduce to the people, for anybody that want to start YouTube. It'll be me on camera giving different tutorials, teaching everybody the formula, because I feel like now I'm at a point now with my YouTube journey is that no matter what, now I know who I am as a creator, and I know what I'm capable of doing each and every day. And I know no matter what, I'm gonna put forth my 100% effort to
Mhm.
bring everybody the best content I could bring them. And I
Yeah.
feel like now it's time for me to give back,
Yes.
and it's time for me to help other creators. It's time for me to let them know my secrets, the secrets I know how to be successful on YouTube, giving them the tricks to the trade, teaching them how to edit, let them know the type of software I use, let them know everything that it took for me to become Jon the Liquidator. Not just me being a creator, but letting you know the formula. How did I rack up all the millions of views?
Wow.
Teaching you that part. So that is definitely something that is possibly in the works. My wife and her friend was talking about it. It's just me because I'm so dedicated to this channel, and I would hate for anything to take me away for any, because I feel like I'm gonna miss something, you know.
Oh,
And like and like that's my whole thing, is that I don't want to miss nothing. I want to make sure I bring everybody the news. And
well,
so,
you're going to do both. You know
yeah,
that? That's the whole point of automation. Because
yeah,
once you automate it and you pop in a little bit live, but when you're automated, that's monetizing thyself and you are automated. And it's out there for everybody, even when you're
yeah,
sleeping.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely,
I'm
definitely.
so proud of the wife. That's it. That's the way to
Yeah,
go.
she been nagging on me about this webinar thing, and so she definitely has. It's just me getting on board with it, just setting up the right time, me, getting the video placements and stuff like that, and getting it all set up. But I definitely I got to give it some thought, but I'm about 80% sure I'm probably gonna do it.
Yes, I know my, even if well, I know my YouTube is going to grow, but what my business mentor showed me and taught me, that it's about monetizing thyself, and I'm just in between which platform I'm gonna do it. If I'll do webinars on a solid platform, or I'm creating my own app, so
Right,
people roll with me while they moving. So
right,
hey,
right, right.
and it's all doable. So yeah,
Yeah,
if the queen
definitely,
wants to chat
definitely.
later, I'll let her know who I know.
Yeah, yeah, because she's all into all of that type stuff.
Yes, I'm so proud of you guys. This is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So all right, so you got that. Oh, expanding on your the press side, growing the can you talk a little bit about the media? I know you're doing a lot of things that you're expanding the brand.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to build my site now to
You are.
where like I'm gonna start trying to cover other teams. Obviously Colorado will forever be my home base, but I feel like the more my channel grow and making it to that next level of YouTube, I will have to implement, either more sports, more teams, or more like just stuff going on dealing with the media aspect of it, because like I say, I want to be the best journalist I could be, because that's truly what I have turned myself into. And
Yeah.
so I just want to just try to become the best journalist I can be. And in order to do that, that means implementing more topics and just more things surrounded around sports.
Yeah, expanding it a little more, because just watching you doing this, I'm telling you, it's got my sports bug going. I'm yelling at the
Yeah.
television and talking about y'all need some new schemes and what needs to happen.
How you talk about the team, talk about the Buffs?
Yes, everybody. And I'm a Warrior fan. I am a real Warrior fan.
Yeah.
Used to rock with the Raiders back in they losing days of Oakland, and now the Raiders are out here in Vegas, and I stopped fooling with them during the pandemic.
Right,
So
right.
we're going in that stadium tomorrow. So it's wild. But I really, really appreciate seeing the format and just knowing that it's there's that potential for growth and all of that.
Yeah.
And doing that, you are doing it. And I heard you say try twice. So that's why I did like that.
Oh
Try is
yeah, oh yeah.
in the
You said
vocabulary. You're going to do it. You're
yeah,
going to expand to those teams. Because I can imagine you hitting up everybody in the country. You on to the Lady Buffs and everybody.
yeah.
Not just because at some point Colorado's going to take a break, right? Whether they go down in the spring or after.
Yeah. Yeah. And so typically during the off season, that's when recruiting start. And so that's when the class 2024 start coming in. I believe the transfer portal opened up December 3rd or December 4th, somewhere up in there. And so that's when the new players start coming in. And then obviously senior guys like Xavier Weaver, players like him, he'll be making his journey to the NFL. And so then we can follow
Yeah.
Xavier Weaver and any other players that's seniors on the team, follow them in their journey. And so that's like other topics, and that's just to keep their storyline going. But something that I left out in this, and something that really had grew on me the more I got deeper into like becoming Jon the Liquidator and like covering the team and covering these young men, is that I noticed that I'm helping these kids. I'm helping these young men get exposure to the world. I'm helping the world know these young men' name. And so the more I had started creating these videos, I had noticed the more popular the recruits got, the more followers they got. And that really touched my heart to know that, dang, now this is about the kids now. And that's kind of where I'm at with it now for the most part. It's just trying to make sure that I can monetize these young men after football or help them build their brand, giving them a platform to where now the world know who they are. Jimmy Horn Jr., Xavier Weaver, Jordan Dominic, my guy Cormani McClain. Like, people know these young men. These young men are celebrities now.
Yes. Yeah, that is so true. But that's a part of your giving back.
Yeah.
And they said, to whom things is given, much is received, much more is needed. Yes, you are doing it. You are doing that. Well, tell me this, Jon. I know you onto this. Are you going to research this soon about, because I'm losing track of the date. Coach Prime's documentary is coming out in December.
Yes.
They wrapping that up. So I know you're going to do a follow-up on that and keep us up.
You know it.
What's happening? All right.
You know it. I think that is set to release December the 7th. December the 7th on Amazon Prime. This will be season 2 of Prime. And that'll be documenting Coach Prime's journey from Jackson to Boulder. And obviously the world famous speech he gave on December the 3rd when he told everybody he was coming, he's bringing his bags with him to Louis. And so that's what that is going to entail. And obviously the roster overhaul, dealing with Coach Prime, changing the roster, bringing in those new guys. Ultimately, you know, a lot of those guys quit the team, hit the portal, and the team that we have today is the guys who Coach Prime brought in. So these guys are the Louis luggage. But there's more Louis luggage on the way.
It sure looks like it. And one thing I looked back, came up on my YouTube the other day, some of the Prime 2.0 from when Shador was coming out of high school, when they were winning those back-to-back championships. That's popping up. And it was so funny to me that people so want to hate on him, like this is something he just started and doing all the stuff with the watch. Back then, Shador was rocking his jewelry and having his fun. And I'm like, y'all don't even know their history. So
No,
that's
you
what's
don't.
so sad to me. People want to jump.
And like that's been a great process for me too. It's just to learn the history of Shador and Shiloh, learn their journey, get very familiar with the Sanders family and all of the other athletes. Is that I literally investigated like everything from like Little League till now. And so just to see them and see them deal with the hate that they're dealing with is mind blowing because they've been them the whole step of the way.
They've been them. That's what I'm saying. They didn't just start being them.
So
They,
Shador been, you know, like they been them.
they
Junior been rocking jewelry. And
yes,
so I just feel like for them to be on this big platform now, being in Colorado, that's playing a big part in why so much haters is coming out the woodworks. But you know my motto, man, shake the haters off. And that's why I make it my business to pull up on the haters each and every day. Y'all know me. That's my slogan. And every time somebody's get out of pocket with Coach Prime or the Colorado Buffaloes, you can trust and believe Jon Liquidator going to pull up on you. I'm going to pull up on you and I'm going to make you famous.
come on, come on. Okay, don't be surprised you look around. Miss Day all day be over there. I got that other part. Whatever
Yeah,
you don't chew up and eat, I will chew them and spit out the rest because I'm
yeah,
getting sick of it, and I'm getting sick of us hating on us. It's sad,
yes,
but I'm telling you, I love that. Even when they were younger, I remember that was a part of my lineup when I used to watch reality TV.
yeah.
Dion's Playbook, the
Look,
whole
yep, yep.
family.
Came on oxygen.
He was there then,
Yeah,
Grandma, all of that. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, they don't know, but they
yeah,
are doing a great job. I just want them to protect him more. And all's gonna be well because
yeah,
like he said, we're not where we were and we're not where we're gonna be. And
yeah.
that
But they on path to going where they finna go.
yes. Oh well, I love that. I knew if I asked you that, I knew you was gonna get me straight with that date. That's what
Yeah.
I said for sure. So I'm excited about that and I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, so I think I know off of my question list you had gotten um everything that you had shared with me. Oh, last question from me, but you do it. Go keep going. Was the pros and cons of your YouTube journey?
Oh, that's a big one there. That
Yeah,
is a big one. Pros and cons. um,
I'm glad I went.
obviously, I'm gonna have to go with the pros first.
All right.
The pros is knowing that I could make a video and thousands of people is going to see this video and reciprocate the information from that video. So that is definitely a pro, knowing that I'm doing my part to bring people the news. One of the cons I would have to say would probably be dealing with the copycats, dealing with the copycat channels, dealing with people not giving you your credit, not giving you your credit for your work, just jocking. So just jocking everything you do. No, shout out to Jon the Liquidator for being an inspiration to this thumbnail. Like just no appreciation whatsoever. Like, come on, bro. Like, if I do something, I'm gonna always shout somebody out. Like, shout out to Junior and Darius for the video clip, or shout out to them, or shout out to that. But
Well,
to not get that back, that really bothers me, and that is definitely a con with YouTube, man, is people not giving you your credit. But another pro is obviously, the financial aspect of it, making it to a certain part of, a certain level of YouTube. It's kind of hard not to talk about this. It's just YouTube financially being able to change, like, especially my life, but just that's what I want people to experience, the financial gain of your consistency, of your working hard, of you putting this work in each and every day, because you will be rewarded greatly for it. And so that's definitely a pro, and that's pretty much it.
wow. Okay. So one con follow-up question. Okay, so I get that because, like you say, that seems like that's what really pees off most consistent, awesome creators is that if somebody come and grab your work and they don't give you any shout out, no mention, no nothing.
Yeah.
So is that where the striking comes in? Like if somebody come and
Well,
see somebody work, then do they go back and then strike their channel?
in order to strike somebody, they have to physically actually take your content and like, let's say like somebody take my intro and put it inside their video. Just, like I got the little knife coming down with my
Right.
name and
Fire.
all that. And so like, let's say somebody take that, then I could copyright strike them. But I'm talking about stealing your likeness. And so like, let's say I make a thumbnail, right? And like the whole little red arrow thing, I started that. With
Pointed
the
in. Okay.
with the pointing arrows, yes, I started that. Wasn't nobody doing that in Coach Prime lane or any college football lane before me. I started the red arrow thing. And so that was the first telltale sign was the red arrow thing. And so I ain't trip off of it, but like I used to talk to my wife about it, like, oh my God, man, it's just like everybody's doing it now, and like nobody, shout out to Jon Liquidator, nothing. And so then another thing was I started putting little captions inside the thumbnail, like, this is major, this is crazy, like just giving it more flair and just more emphasis. Everybody started doing that too. And so that's something that you definitely got to deal with. And that's something that you can't strike. And so like you can't strike somebody taking your likeness. You could be mad about it, but you cannot strike them for taking your likeness and building their thumbnails around your channel. There's a channel that built his whole channel based off every single video I did. Now that creator has 15,000 subscribers. He waited every day for me to drop a video instantly, redid the video, recreated the same thumbnail I did every day, relentlessly. He did this for months, every day. And now he has a way to provide for his family. It took me a long time to forgive that specific creator because I knew what he was doing. And, God sees everything and hear all.
And look, you're blessed. But that it got to be irritating. But I saw another young lady. She saw where another creator was doing that on hers. And man, you talk about shame, tell the truth and shame the devil. She started doing side by sides where you see what she said and what the other girl said. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of embarrassing.
I used to speak about it early on, like when I first really started blowing up. But like the bigger I get, I just try not to I got certain subscribers now to keep me on my toes. Like, John, don't even say nothing, bro. And then like my wife, she'd be like, John, don't even say nothing, bro, because it is irritating to know that like I put my life in this. Like I try to be as creative as possible. You can at least shout out Jon Liquidator.
That's what I'm saying.
For the inspiration, but to each his own. I wish all of these creators nothing but the best, but in order to be where I'm at on YouTube, you got to have somewhat of originality. To make it to that next level of YouTube. And so if you don't have any originality about your channel or about yourself, you just copying everybody, it's going to take you a nice little minute to get to where you're going, man.
Yeah, because, and I'm telling you, one of the things that I was planning and what I am going to do, let me speak this into existence, is that those few mentors that I have watched and seen that are growing and that motivate me, I want to reach out to them. I want to talk to them. I want to give them their roses right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's an honor for me to have you be the first person that replied back to me. And over a year ago, I mentioned it was several people I was thinking about. I was going to do some things. I even recorded videos to those people. But for some reason, Lord was like, hold on. And sure enough, I held on, and all of that crew imploded. They all turned on each other like just wolves eating their young. And I was like, I'm glad I wasn't in that. But now there's still mentors that I want to get a hold of. And I'm going to just reach out to either yay or nay.
I feel like people, I just feel like certain people is just ungenuine, no matter what level of success I reach with YouTube. I talk to hundreds of people every day. My wife get on me about this too, you guys. And so like I'm accessible. So a lot of people don't know that. That is key to my success, is that you can literally pick up your phone, either call the little hotline number, and I'm going to answer it. I answer the phone at the grocery store. And like people freak out every single day when they call me. They're like, "Oh my God, it's Jon The Liquidator." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, what's good?" You know, and you could
That was
DM
me.
me, and like you can DM me on Instagram. And like I'm very accessible to the people because, like I say, no matter how successful I become, I will never lose who I am as a person.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And you real people. Like that's what I'm saying.
Real.
When you after you said, well, even like you hadn't had so many interviews and different people reaching out, what it was thinking it was people thinking for you. I was thinking, I was shook and shocked when that day when I called into the show, you picked up the phone. And I was like, oh snap, it's Jon The Liquidator. So we talked that day, and the day when I said I'm gonna follow up and DM you, you extended that. And so
Yeah.
when a couple of days passed, I said, okay, it's time to take action. I need to do it. And when you hit right back, and
Right
I
back.
was like, wow, yeah, you're accessible. You're accessible. Thank you, Queen. And you picking up and you being
Yeah.
active, and
See?
I'm gonna help, and you wanted to give back.
Yeah, yeah. And so like that is like my mission now. Like the more bigger I get, I just want to give back to smaller channels, try to help people monetize their channel, try to help people stay the course. That's like my main thing now is
Yeah,
that I want to help people stay the course, especially with this YouTube stuff,
yeah,
because that's part of the journey. You just got to stay the course. You might like covering Coach Prime might not be your thing, but you stay the course until you figure out what it is that you're going to do. Work
yeah,
on your delivery, work on your intro, outro, work on all of that. And that's what I'm ready to do now with other channels to just help people grow and change the world one creator at a time. That's my mission. That's my mission now. I want to be not just a great creator. I want to be a great leader. I want to give back. I want to teach people what I learned.
wow. Well, with that being said, I am so proud and pleased that I'm in the number that you have are assisting. Okay. And
Yeah,
for me, and I'm gonna do one last shout out for this that I appreciate it because and what one of my mentors said, you have to have a call to action.
yeah,
So my call to action is to let people know what my platform is, and it's women supporting women. And not that I'm shutting out any brothers, but women supporting women because we need to do that. Iron sharpening iron. And that's how we all grow. I'm a trainer by nature, so I want to help women establish their home-based business, get your tax money back, and just be out here and conduct yourself as a
yeah,
business. It's not that difficult. And I am a simplistic trainer, and I want to do that. I am doing that. And my website also is Mrs. Day All Day or DeniseDayConsulting.com or MrsDayAllDay.com. Both of them lead to my website. You can book a 15-minute call with me, see if we're a good fit. I got all the services there. I'm rehooking up my Acuity calendar tonight. And so I'm going forward, and Mrs. Day All Day is the YouTube. But on that web page, you can leave your email information at the bottom of the page. We can connect or call me direct. And I'm just excited. And the
yeah.
YouTube, please click and subscribe because I will have that 1,000 before the end of the year. It's time to
Oh
monetize that.
yeah. And
Yes.
something else I want to talk about is that I talk about this a lot with one of my subscribers behind the scenes is that there should be more women creators covering sports. And if there is any women creators that want help from Jon The Liquidator, DM me on Instagram and I got you. I feel like women know football too. And like I just hate when people try to shut down the women fans. The women know football too. The women like the team too. And so if there's any women creators, hit up your boy Jon The Liquidator at Jon The Liquidator on Instagram, Jon The Liquidator on Twitter. Let me know and I'm gonna help you through your process because I feel like women voices need to be heard. Now it's cool when us guys do it and stuff. People already know what we gonna say, but we always need that lady point of view. Shout out to Shadow React. She's another creator down there. But we definitely need more lady creators. I'm the first one. I'm running a campaign starting tonight. I'm running a campaign starting today. We need more women will like you ain't just got to cover Colorado, but we need more women sports content creators.
I'm coming.
I feel like the women voices definitely need to be heard, and I want to lead the pack the best way I can in helping these women get their channels up and going. So if you is a woman creator, DM me on my Instagram and I got you.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, this is fire. It's fire. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. And you are correct. That's how I started cheerleading in high school because I wanted to get in the games free. That's yes, yes. I
Yeah.
love football, basketball. I told you I kind of started a little bit about the soccer, but and not so much baseball, but football and basketball are
Yeah.
my things. I'm a Warrior fan, honey,
I feel
and I
like
didn't
women,
just
look,
jump on that.
women know sports just as good as men. People can sit up here, especially like I see a lot of content creators kind of shade on women and like kind of like try to cut them off when they're trying to talk and not giving them their just due. But at the end of the day, women's got daddies that watch football. My daughter sit up and look at the game with me.
Yeah,
And so I'll be mad if somebody try to say my daughter don't know what football is because I know she do. She watch every game with me. And
but don't
so,
sleep on it. Don't sleep on it.
yeah, and so women definitely know what they be talking about. So, like I say, man, is there any women creators out there that want to get their channel up and going, make it to the next level of YouTube? I'm a phone call away. Hit up your boy Jon the Liquidator. I got you.
Amen. That's it. That's it. That giving spirit and your heart, that's why you're flourishing, and it's gonna only go up from there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is awesome. And I'm so glad that we made the connection. Thank you for answering the phone for me. I
Oh,
appreciate
it wasn't nothing. It's
my
cool.
little big brother.
Oh yeah. But yeah, did you have any more questions, dude? Well, hold up. Let's take this time to ask the chat, the 68 people, 68 to 70 people that's in here. Do you guys have any questions for me or Miss Day? Anybody in the chat right now? Do anybody got any questions for me or Miss Day all day?
Let me see.
Let me see.
Yeah, you let me know because I can't see all mine. I just got top 3 messages. I can't see it, but you let me know if anybody's asking me anything.
All right. Let's just give it a second here real quick. I just want to see, did anybody have any questions? Okay, here go a question right here. Somebody said, "What is the hardest part about staying consistent?" Um, is that a question for me or Miss Day all day? Well, how about this? How about both of us answer it? I'll let you give your answer first.
For me,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Well, for
then I'll get mine.
okay, for me, it really was tricky for me because right now, like I say, having an accountability partner is helping me right now because I have the ideas, I have the motivation, I'm ready to go, but then I'll kind of fall back. I was falling back into that worrying how it looks to somebody else. And so now that I've clapped my hands and shook that spirit, I should not have any more problems. And I'm keeping a calendar. I'm holding myself accountable, and I have an accountability partner, and I'm going to do something each day of the week. I just committed to not wasting another day. I don't have that. We don't know how much time we have. And like I say, I'm 60 years young. So I'm
Yeah,
not wasting any more days. If it's got to be toward the business or growing this channel, I'm going to do something. So that's
yeah.
mine.
And mine's is what is the hardest part about staying consistent is just staying motivated every single day. Because like I say, every day is a different day. And so I might have a day, somebody might write a whole bad article about me, or somebody might tweet something about me. But no
Mhm.
matter what, I can't let that tweet bother me because I know I got to be consistent today. And so I got to be Jon the Liquidator today, just like yesterday. My laptop went out. My laptop fried on a Zoom. And boy, I had a bad day yesterday. But guess what? I still had a live show to do at 7 o'clock. And so I still made sure I was going to be consistent in whatever I was doing, but definitely stand motivated. You got to be motivated in order to be consistent. And Miss Day, I believe it's a question right here from you, from my brother, Black Not Democrat.
Let me say, what is your channel about? Okay, so my channel is Absolutely. Like I mentioned a little bit, was women supporting women. I am a transformational speaker, right? So I want to engage women and men and encourage you to stand up your businesses, right? So that was one aspect of it. My other two businesses that I have under that umbrella, I have a LifeWave channel business, and I got videos up on the channel speaking about rejuvenating our own stem cells. And I am a Legal Shield independent associate. So my thing is grow, and I'm a self-published author. So anybody want to learn how to self-publish your own book, hit me up. We can do it through KDP on Amazon quickly. I did, a couple books already. So my main focus though is mentoring and talking and sharing all of this, years of knowledge to assist folks with establishing their own home-based businesses. Last point, let me share this. People don't realize that with your home-based business, you get up to 475 tax write-offs, right? When you're doing a W-2 job, I think it's about 7. And as long as it's legitimate and you follow a simple structure, you don't have to be doing that under the table business. And they set this up for entrepreneurs. But like you say, back in the day, they didn't want us to be thinkers. They want us to be conditioned to be workers. And like what you say, King, all of us are not conditioned to be workers. And
Nah.
I worked for 32 years for an organization that didn't appreciate me, but now my giving and give back is to assist others as well as myself as establishing our business and being productive. Monetize thyself. Yes, that's my goal. I hope that makes sense. I hope it wasn't too.
Yeah,
I'm a chatty
yeah.
Cathy.
Well, I believe that is all the questions that the chat had for us. But Miss Day, I just want to take the time to say thank you so much for blessing me with an interview, like choosing me to be on your channel. I'm truly honored to finally tell my story. You has been great through this whole process, and we will definitely stay in touch. And thank you so much just for being a great person.
Oh, I appreciate you. The feeling is mutual. And I just saw a message pop in there from my accountability little sister, because you're my little big brother now. From
Yeah.
Snyder, she said, great stuff. JTL is gold. You surely are. And I appreciate your hospitality, sharing with me, just even working with me with the beautiful background. I
Yeah.
mean, you are awesome. I see an editing class in the webinar too, y'all.
Yeah. See, people are like I'm cold with the editing though. My son taught me how to edit, guys. So like I'm
What?
very good.
You know
Yeah.
how many of us need that? We need that.
And so like I could add so much stuff into the videos, but I just try to keep it simple, but I'm really, really good at editing.
I know how fast you was putting this up last week.
Yeah, yeah. My son, shout out to JTL Jr. He actually taught me how to edit years ago. My son used to edit a lot for TikTok and like his little videos. And like my son is, I'm telling you, Jon the Liquidator Jr. is the truth, bro. I just haven't unleashed him to the world yet.
Oh
I
my God.
did a little bit. I did a little bit. I let him interview some people whenever he was out in Boulder. But next year, y'all gonna see a lot more of Jon the Liquidator Jr. and his brother,
My goodness.
J-
Oh my.
JK Liquidator.
Oh my God. And look, my sister, she said my mentorship was amazing because I did see her go from a princess to a queen. But that's iron sharpening iron.
Yeah,
And I am so looking forward to it because I'm blessed. My husband is my IT guy. I put him on the payroll this year. Okay. He's
yeah,
my IT guy, but I want to learn how to edit. I
yeah,
want to be able to do it as well. So I'm looking
yeah.
forward.
I got you. I got you. We can maybe get on a Zoom and link up and get it all done. You
Yes.
know.
I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in your space and to be on this platform. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is one of the
I appreciate
highlights.
you. Look, I appreciate you just reaching out to me and wanting to do the interview. If anybody else want to interview me, learn a little more, maybe I might not have said everything, or maybe I might have missed something. Always DM me, man. It's free. It's free. I ain't gonna charge you or nothing like that, man. You could always just hit me up. I'm always willing to work. Y'all know me. I'm a workaholic, and I'm always down to
Yeah.
link up and do collabs. You know, guys, like I'm a regular guy, man. Just because I get all these views don't mean like I'm Hollywood or anything like that, bro. Like I'm a regular dude, guys. Y'all could always hit me up. Y'all could always ask me what's up, man. I'm always here for each and every last one of you guys. Hold on, somebody got a question down here real quick.
You're a true collaborator. Oh,
Somebody
that's
said, question
nice.
JTL, what do you say to those who don't have a niche yet but have a dream? Keep going. Try to do something that's trending. Try to do something that's trending. Try to do something that like get a lot of traffic, and definitely try to do something that people is interested in seeing. That's a big thing. Just doing something that somebody is interested in seeing, you will become super successful at it as long as you stay consistent with that.
Good answer. That was a good question, little sis. That was good. That was good. And I'm creating a children's book for her daughter,
Oh wow.
based
Shout out
around
to your daughter.
her daughter and her activities.
Right, right.
Well, I hope she ain't listening.
But
Surprise.
real quick, guys, I will be flying out to Boulder tomorrow. For all the people that's here, guys, I will be going to the game this weekend. This is the final home game for the Colorado Buffaloes as we play the Arizona Wildcats this weekend. Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes will definitely get the job done. I got faith in this weekend, and I will be boots on the ground. Y'all know me; it's gonna be lit. I leave first thing in the morning.
Wow, you're on the road
I'm
again.
always on the road. Yeah, I'm on the road.
Praise God. You are doing it. You are doing it, and you're doing it well.
Yeah, I try. I
And
try.
safe travels. Safe travels.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Oh, with Shador's bag, I saw that you went to the pop-up. You went to the
Yes.
pop-up shop and got some of Shador stuff. So
Yes.
what all was in that bag? And how much?
So inside of each bag was like different merchandise that he had up on the wraps. Those are actually his bags whenever you buy your stuff. I think I got the bag
Oh,
over there somewhere. Yeah. And so like those are his bags, like his shopping bags. They nice. And
yeah,
then all of Shador merch is embroidered. So that
right.
means that it's not pressed on. All of his merch is embroidered. It is stitched on. Shador got great quality merchandise, guys. If you have not done so, go check out Shador merch line. It is in his Instagram link. His stuff is pressure, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I bought my son some of his shorts, and like all the kids at his school was like going bonkers about like the little gym shorts that he had. And so I'm gonna try to hit up the guy in Shador team so I can get some more merch from him.
Wow, that's what I went. I went up on his page on his Instagram, and then it took
Yeah.
me to the store. So I put some stuff in the basket for me and the husband, and I hadn't checked out yet, but it looked
Yeah.
good. And then I
Yeah,
saw
it
a
is
video where he
great
did.
quality. It
Okay,
is great quality.
wow,
Shout out to my guy Shador, man. Shador, awesome dude, bro.
wow, wow, wow. I thank you. My little sister's thanking you for having a giving heart, y'all. And so this is fabulous. This is fabulous. I'm telling you, this really is drop the mic moments.
You dropped the mic.
I'm loving it. I appreciate you so much. I thank you.
Yeah,
Yes. So I'm going to do another. I'm going to do it again. I've learned so much because, like I said,
yeah,
previously I have done my interviews recorded, but to be on and do a live one, this has
yeah,
really been a blessing and a learning curve for me as well. Thank you for that.
yeah. Well, like I say, thank you so much. And to anybody else that want to interview me, want to collab, guys, I'm not Hollywood. You guys could always hit me up, jam out with your boy, man. And when I can definitely show you guys a little something about running a YouTube channel.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You are real people. I thank you. I thank you for
I
that. But you
appreciate
know, boy, what else can we expect?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, but with all that being said, like I say, thank you so much, Miss Day, for taking time out of your day to wanted to interview me. Thank you to each and every last one of you guys that stayed and checked out this interview. And y'all know me, man. I'm gonna get back to work. Might get another video tonight, you know. But with that being said, man, it's your boy Jon The Liquidator. Y'all already know how I'm rocking.
Okay.
Shake the haters off, man. I'm out of here. You done, Miss Day?
Yes, indeed. Miss Day.
Peace out.